Hello everyone, my name is Arkham and welcome back to another Pokemon Select articulated figure. This is like the Pokemon Trainer affordable articulated figures I have been releasing throughout the last year or so. This one in specifics is part of the first series, which is Rayquaza. Of course, we're going to be taking a look at Rayquaza. This one was actually one that I was seeking throughout a couple of months at this point, sort of. Not really. Not the highest of my priorities, but I saw it at my local disc replay, and I was like, you know what? It's not that expensive. I have a $10 coupon. Might as well use it, and here we are. So, let's get this guy out of the box. I'm expecting a lot of good stuff from this guy because so far every other Pokemon Select trainer figures that we've seen have been absolutely perfect. So let's get him out of the box and see what he comes with. Alright, so here we have Rayquaza. As you can see, he is on his stand. Every single one of these Pokemon Select trainer figures do come with a stand, which is awesome. I like that. And for the most part, you are going to be using it with this guy because otherwise he won't stand very well. Now, in terms of how he looks, and if you're wondering about the size of this figure, I don't know how to measure him. Like in terms of height, you're only going to get from here to here, which isn't the worst. So from the bottom where he goes all the way to the top of his horns, it's around 7 inches. Honestly, a pretty decently sized figure already, but in terms of the length, that is much different. Now, this figure, the way that it is sculpted is only going to be fixed sections, so you're going to have the whole body in just a serpent-like movement. You do have now this is a brand new figure, but it does have some scuff marks and whatnot, some imperfections that you'll find in any $20, $25 toy figure that you get on like a retail shop. So honestly, not bad. Now for this Rayquaza, in terms of the articulation, it's very easy to understand, but it can be annoying to put together, at least to get a good pose for him. Now, starting off with the head, one of my disappointing things about him is that he does not have a hinged jaw, so he can't close his mouth. His mouth is always going to be open, so that is a bummer. He does have a ball joint, ball hinge joint, that it is on a ratchet movement. I don't know if you guys can hear that a little bit, but you can see that it's not full free movement. There is specific sections where you can put him on. The head doesn't move. Actually, it should move, actually. I'm going to take him out of the stand for a second so we can actually take a closer look. There we go. Okay. So he does have movement on the head. Not the greatest, because if you do this, you're going to be left out with this, and it's going to look weird. So keeping him in the regular pose is fine. So he does move back and forth in some sections. Not throughout the whole body. That is a disappointment as well. But again, $20 figure already works well enough. So he does have the movement on the neck, the movement on the arms. He can move back and forth for the neck. The arms are on, I think, just ball hinges. Yeah, just hinges. So he can move them pretty well. You can twist them so you can get better range of movement to move them forward or backwards, all that kind of stuff. He does have a bicep swivel, which is surprising. He does have a forearm swivel, which is also surprising, and the hand swivel. So there's a bunch of swivels with this figure, which is really, really nice. Now, the hands are great. Honestly, not bad overall. Now, for every single section of this body, it is on a ratcheted joint, meaning that whenever you move it, you're going to hear that. So you're going to hear the ratcheted movement. It's not a free moving joint, which is fine. I don't see an issue with it. You're going to have it with every single joint of this figure, so you can kind of hear it. I don't know. It's better in person than I think this one is going to work fine. So yeah, you can move them side to side. You can move them, like rotate it, and that's cool. Oh, here we go. Here's the one. You can hear it. You can hear that. There you go. Oh, also, the little fins or scale thingies that he has are soft plastic, which is really nice. Them not being hard plastic makes it so these are not going to snap as easily as they normally would if they were hard plastic. So it's a bendable plastic, so whenever you move it, you can actually put pressure on the dorsal fins and all that kind of stuff throughout the body, which is really cool. Again, he's going to move. It's tighter on the end of the tail, so you're going to have to like move it around a lot, so it actually loosens up and stuff. And even the tip of the tail does have a ratcheted movement joint, which is really nice. So that is pretty much everything in terms of articulation for this figure. He does have like the legal information and stuff, the copyright information right here on the bottom, and of course the joint, the peg for the stand. So putting it on the stand is not as bad, as pretty easy actually. And again, this figure is huge in terms of size. This for a $20 figure, I know he's not available in stores that much anymore. You'll be lucky to find them still on Target because this was one of the first releases back in 2023, I believe. So it's going to be harder to find this guy than the newer ones like the Flygon and the Toxapex. Not Toxapex, Toxicity. So just be on the lookout for those. Now, something I will mention is that it sort of coincides with the being harder to find figures. So every stand is going to be similar. Here I have the Charizard. The stands are the exact same. They connect down to the bottom, which is great. This Charizard is no longer available, at least from the Targets that I've gone to. I have not seen the double pack with the Garchomp and the Charizard, which was where I got it from. If you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's a pretty good video. Both of those figures are great. Now, if you're able to find this Rayquaza for a really reasonable price, I say you should get it. Because this is already part of my final thoughts thingy analysis. So overall, this figure is great for the price that it is. Really good. Again, I got it for around 18 bucks after a coupon at Disc Replay. It was only $26, so it was a great deal overall. I'm gonna give this figure an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, and here is why. I like that you can move pretty much everything however you want, but I do wish they made the joints more like the one on the very top, where you can actually move his head back and forth. That would have been like perfect throughout the whole body. And that is just my only complaint about this Rayquaza. And also that the stands are pretty sucky. They don't actually balance well. But this Rayquaza is awesome nonetheless. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. If you have this Rayquaza, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts on this figure, especially with me actually starting to collect these figures. I'm not going to collect all of them, but I will collect the ones that I find interesting. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.